What's going on, YouTube? So today we're going to go over how to set up your paint gun. A lot of people ask me what pressure you spray at, do you keep your fluid and your fan wide open, and all that. But the thing is, unless you're spraying the same gun, the same material, in the same environment that I am, most likely you're not going to get the same results. So instead of constantly answering those questions, I'm going to show you guys exactly what you're looking for, because how I set up my gun might not deliver the results that you need for your paint gun to be set up optimally. So real quick, I'll go through this with you guys. Every gun has a fan, fluid, and pressure knob on it. This gun on the bottom is my pressure. On the back here is my fluid. Usually your fluid is the knob that's most in line with the air cap. And then I have my fan here. Now, when we go in the booth, I have a paper set up and I'm going to show you guys what you don't want and what you do want. And that's going to set the foundation for you on how to set your paint gun up. I'm also going to go over how I set it up for sealer, how I set it up for base, which is very similar, and then how I set it up for clear. Generally, when I set up my gun, I always leave my fluid wide open. The way to properly set your fluid to wide open is you pull your trigger. Well, first back your fluid knob all the way out until it's basically about to pop out. Then pull your trigger in and then turn your fluid knob until you feel resistance. Once you feel resistance, that's wide open. So I have my fluid wide open, and when I shoot my sealer, I turn my fan in about half a turn. That's just to eliminate a little of the top and the bottom of the pattern to minimize the amount of overspray, because when you're shooting your sealer, you want as little overspray as possible. You don't want that sealer getting too far, then you're gonna have to put your color too far to cover it, and that could become a problem when you're trying to blend a panel. So fluid wide open, my fan's about a half a turn in, and I have my pressure set usually around 22, 23 PSI for my sealer. Here's how it should look. Now, what you're going to notice here, and this is what you're looking for, at the top of your pattern, actually all around your pattern, you have very small dots. That means your paint is getting atomized. That's what you want to see. That's how it should look when your gun is set up correctly. Okay, so I still have the same fan and fluid, but I lowered my pressure down to 14 PSI. Let's see what happens. What do you notice? Here and here. You see around the edges how it's really rough? You'll never get a smooth finish like that. So if you're trying to set your gun up and you see large specks all around your pattern, turn your pressure up. That's going to give you a finer atomization, which is what you're going for. To demonstrate this to an exaggerated extent, let's shoot it at 11. You can see those specks get even bigger. Even the texture in the pattern increases. So it's very important that you check your atomization after you set up your gun, because that will tell you what adjustments you have to make. Now let's apply this to a panel this way and see how it comes out. That's how your panel should look when your gun is set up properly. What I just showed you on the wall is what you're looking for no matter what you're spraying. Whether it's sealer, whether it's base, or whether it's clear, you want a pattern with extremely fine atomization around the outside. Now, if your panel didn't look like that, but when you sprayed it against the test panel, you had the correct atomization, well then, it's not your gun setup you need to focus on. It's your technique in applying it. So if your gun setup is on point and you're still not getting the correct finish, a couple of things I want you to try is changing the distance from the panel and changing the speed at which you're making your passes, and also how much you're overlapping on each pass. If the spray is too dry, maybe slow down your passes a little bit and come a little bit closer. If you're spraying too wet, try moving back a little bit, or maybe moving a little faster. Now that we got sealer out of the way, let's get into base. Now, me personally, whenever I'm shooting base or clear, my fluid is always wide open. Obviously for clear, for obvious reasons why I keep it wide open. And for base, the reason why I keep it wide open is because once you've been painting for so long, you actually could just control the fluid right through the trigger, you know. So if you have it full open but you only pull the trigger halfway, you're going to get kind of dry spray, which I'll show you against the wall. So you can actually control your fluid right through your trigger. But if you're a newer painter, then it might be wise to dial that fluid in just a hair when you're shooting your color. And worst case scenario, you can slow down a little bit on your passes, or you can increase your overlap a little bit on your passes, or you could always open your fluid more. As for my fan, when I'm shooting base, generally I always keep it wide open unless I'm doing a blend in a very small area. Then I will dial it in. Other than that, it's always wide open. And I would recommend that you keep yours wide open also. Reason being, you want even coverage, and the best way to get even coverage is with a wide fan and a lot of overlap. Okay, so we're in the booth now. Fan fluid fully open. Pressure set at 22 psi. Usually I shoot my base 21, 22 psi. Here's how it looks. You can see we have nice atomization all the way around. Now let me show you guys what I mean about feathering the trigger. So everything is fully open, but if you pull the trigger only a hair, you see how you could spray it essentially how it would spray if your fluid was turned in. So there's really not a huge need to turn your fluid in when you can just kind of slowly pull your trigger. Now let's apply some base and see how it looks. Also, really quickly, what I want to mention is if you turn your pressure up too high, so here I have it at 35, I'm going to shoot it on the outside here. You're going to have this happen. A very bottom and top heavy pattern. That's a sign of your pressure being too high. So you want to lower your pressure, and that will correct that problem. All right, we got our fan and fluid wide open. Gun set at 22 psi. That's how you want your panel to look after your first coat. Also, before I forget, if you guys look up whatever manufacturer, whoever's paint you're using, whether it's like Sherwin-Williams, PPG, whatever, just look up, put in their name in Google, and then type technical data sheet or TDS, and they'll actually tell you what pressure it's recommended to shoot their base coat at. So that's something important I thought I'd mention. Although that may never be entirely accurate, at least it gives you a starting point, because the gun you're using is also a variant in determining the pressure that you're going to shoot at. Okay, so we're in the booth, got our clear in the cup. Fan and fluid are wide open. I have my pressure set at about 25, 26 psi. I don't have a gauge on here, but that's because I want to show you guys not to be so stuck on the numbers. You can see right on the edge here, right here, we have extremely fine atomization. So guess what? You could look at the top, you could see it very clearly. Very fine atomization, that's what you want. So, do we know whether this is 25, 27, or 30 PSI. No, we don't. But we know it's producing the results that it should be. What I will say is, when I pull my, remember, this is fan and fluid wide open. When I pull my trigger, you can see the top and the bottom of my fan are a little heavy. So what I like to do is turn my fan in on this gun about half a turn. A little more than half a turn. And you could see how it cleaned the top and the bottom of that pattern right up. That's what I'm looking for. And that's what you should be looking for when you're spraying your clear, because you, like your sealer, you want as little overspray on the top and the bottom of your pattern as possible. By turning the fan in, that's how you get that. Now let's clear a panel and see how it looks. When you got your gun set up right, then you could spray a panel like this. All right, let me clear the rest of this stuff, and then once it's all done, I'll show you guys how the car looks all finished when you know how to properly set up your gun right for each step of the job. All right, I just finished clearing it up. Hopefully you guys understood the point I was trying to make there when I showed you how I had my clear gun set up without having a gauge on it, without even knowing myself what pressure I was shooting at. All I knew was I had the fan closed a little more than half turn, and I had my fluid wide open. That's all I know. My pressure could have been 24 or 28. All I know is when I sprayed it against the wall, it gave me what I was looking for, and that's the point I was trying to make. That's what matters. Don't get so stuck on the numbers and the settings of the gun. Focus more on, is the gun giving me what I need to spray a good job? All right, with that being said, let's check out our finished product. And here's the finished product. Everything came out great. Hopefully you guys understand now that it's not worth getting stuck on the numbers, on the settings. Really, all that matters is when you spray your gun, is it giving you what you're looking for? And hopefully in this video, you learned exactly what it is that you're looking for and how to achieve it. If you did, maybe give the video a like, maybe leave a comment, maybe subscribe. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video, and hopefully you did learn something. Thanks so much for checking the video out. I appreciate you guys. If you want more content like this, please subscribe. It means a lot to me and it helps the channel out a bunch. Thanks again. Peace.